America. We stand tall and free in the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Good morning. It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land. I got some great Patriots with me today. I'm so excited to have them. On my far, far left is Dave Kane. What's your new title?
Chief External Affairs Officer.
Chief
Sounds
External
fancy.
CEAO. What is that? Part of the LB?
It's like FAFO, but you know.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. Dave Kane from AMAC. We're a mature American conservatives align themselves like I do, a lifetime membership. All right, over here, Joe the Box. On my left, immediate left, Johnny Blanket. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I love coming here on Tuesdays, and you told me to wear my favorite colors today, so that's all I had in the closet.
Is there any other colors? I'm not aware of any
Red,
other
white,
colors.
and blue.
Right, that's one of my favorites, too. Johnny, I want to be very grateful and thankful for you for all the work you do at Mom's house. I mean, I was really impressed how you blew out that basement the way you did.
Yeah. Well, it's my mom. I do anything I can for her. You know, I'm not on her payroll or anything, but I love helping her. So that's a great thing for me having my later day in life.
Luke's on. Luke. We got Luke the nuke over there. Go to Luke real quick. He's in the Democratic war room, is what I like to call it. You can see how they like to destroy their cities, the Democrats. You got to be safe over there, Luke. How you doing over there?
I'm doing good.
How's the pay at Nana's house for all the work that you do?
I get free food every time.
Free food
I'm going to tell you what. I had Luke is one of my best employees. I must say, Luke. He's one of my best, one of my favorites. And his responsibility is to pick up every piece of garbage that's around the place. And I'm going to tell you, the way the wind blows, the garbage comes in like crazy. Right, Luke?
Right.
So do you bend over or do you use a stick to get that garbage?
I bet. I don't know. I use a stick or bend over.
Yeah, he does one of them grabbers and stuff. You're very good at that, Luke. Look how deep he is in the room. We're going to come back to you later, Luke, because you're part of the question and answer period that I need, right? So you'll be ready. On the far right, not far right, close right over here in a bear suit. Would you take a look at that, Kevin Downey Jr.?
Well, Frank, you know, I want to be far right. I want to be as far right so I can get away from the blue-haired tundra Wookiees smelling of cat urine. Oh, yeah, the ones it looks like they got shot in the face with a buckshot because they got all the piercings. I want to be as far away as I can from them. And I have pronouns that I need you to respect. Smith and Wesson. Those are my pronouns today.
I know both of them very well. I think that's incredible. I like them, too. What about the other one, Beretta? You got one of them?
I've got 6 Sauer. How's that?
Well, I'll tell you what, KDJ, I love your style. I love the way you go out. You have no fear when it comes to smashing this, really no common sense whatsoever. And I love the way you do it on the radio show, out on your when you're doing your engagements, and here at the America First Warehouse, we support you 150%.
Thank you, sir.
We also support on the right side over here is Philip Sean Grillo, a great American patriot. Phil, I'm so glad that you are here today with us.
Thank you for having me,
Marine
Joe.
Corps.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Would you hold that sign up next to you while they go back to you?
Sure.
This man is running on his own effort, his own hard work for Assembly District 26 in Queens. Has a few handful of towns that he participates in. And Phil has some real special qualities about him. And we're going to give him a segment coming up that he's going to tell you about his qualities, what he's done, and what makes him such a great patriot and a great American, and what gets him on this show, the America First Warehouse. All right, so that covers everybody in the studio. We have Lisa Azzarelli down from the West Palm Beach area. And Lisa has with her the top stories of the news today that we'll be discussing the rest of this first segment. How are you, Lisa?
Doing great over here in the sunny state.
Well, give us what's going on the country, locally, whatever you feel important.
All right, here we go. So Breaking it down, first of all, we have two amazing panel guests today that you don't want to miss. We have Phil Grillo and we have Dave Kane. I want to say Sean for some reason. I want to repeat that twice. But we have two great guests, so stay tuned for what they have to say. Always important. What do we have going on in the world today? Well, big deal. So first of all, huge win for New York with the New York Knicks, 53 years in the waiting. But they didn't just deliver. They delivered with breaking records. So big love and shout out also to the New Yorkers, because their behavior across the boroughs after the win set a great role model for the rest of the country on how to truly celebrate the right way. We had that tip-off by Anunoby was fabulous in Game 3, and then we saw it really brought home in a manner that was just like gentleman sportsmanship, especially up against Wemby, who we know did a lot of flagrant fouls that we are not happy with. So more and more power to the Knicks, and hopefully they continue to show us next year and the following years how great they can be. And 3 of them graduated Villanova. Praise God. Okay, Austin Metcalf trial. This, guys, is kind of just another tool on the left to use race baiting. And what we have is a tragic story of a 17-year-old who was at a racetrack, track meet, in a high school in Frisco, Texas. He went there, was not part of the team, went into a tent that he doesn't even, it has no relationship athletics-wise on track. And that was Carmelo Anthony, who showed up, went into the tent of Austin Metcalf, him and his twin brother, where they were preparing for their race, got into some exchange about that he wasn't supposed to be in the tent, pulled out a knife that he brought to the school, and stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart at 17 years old. It was very, very tragic. But here's where it gets more tragic. They turned it into a race-baiting situation, and the parents hired a man named Dominique Alexander. And this doesn't get covered very much in the news, so I want to bring it to the attention of our viewers here on the podcast, is that this man considered himself the minister of justice. This man is a convicted felon. And this is what needs to be focused on. He himself is a man who committed crimes against others, right? So he beat his first girlfriend. Then his second girlfriend had a 2-year-old child, and he shook the child so violently that he caused brain damage, in which he was convicted. He gets it out years later, starts selling himself as a minister of justice, as if perhaps his race was the reason he was a convicted felon, when really it's just that he has no decency for humanity. And he gets hired by the Anthony family to represent their son as a spokesperson. Just put that into perspective and apply it to how social media can then run with that on whatever basis this man created. It's just all in the wrong direction. And people like Jasmine Crockett, thank goodness she's not in office anymore, take all of the race baiting with it and try to sell that. You have to do your own research, keep your eyes wide open, and don't let them go after you with race. Okay. Ford joins the future of biometric slavery. So we have somebody on the panel today with technology behind them. I'd love to hear their viewpoints on this. But what we learned is that there are patents that the Ford company has put out. So much like the iPhone, everyone, where as soon as you purchase that item, you will purchase the hardware, but not the software. Therefore, you will not necessarily own it. Right? You'll own nothing and be happy. Mm-hmm. We all know that line. And it's coming to a dealership near you because Ford has made patents that they can read your lips, keep your retina, keep your facial biometrics in a system. And if you are nervous, if you're getting in the car, if you found out that, someone you love is in the hospital and you got to get there quickly, but the car senses that you're emotional, that your irises are widened, they will not let you start the car. Let's all keep how crazy this is going to be as the future rolls out with artificial intelligence. Okay, then we have the FIFA World Cup. It has been amazing. Really enjoying all the countries getting together for this great sport. What's more